Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and hey, I'm finally recording again. This has been a very interestingly busy week, I've gotta say. And a lot of it came to a head with just how often I had overlapping schedules between my two jobs now, which, yes, that's a thing, I'm working two jobs now. So yay for me. I mean, on one hand, it'll help out with finances. On the other, it just means I have a little bit less time to do this, which I'm working around. I'm getting used to it, although how rare is it where I get an actual decent night's sleep and think that I overslept? But one of the things that I did miss was the mystery box, and I'm not about to miss that. So, let's go ahead and explain the rules of the mystery box one more time. I am going to carry the Curious Relic Cube up to level 3-1, at which point I'm going to drop it once it has 5 relics, and if you guys can guess if you guys can guess 2 of the 5 relics that drop, then I'll let you decide the contents of my next open run. Now, I do still have the theme run poll going for the 3 Nintendo goddesses, so by all means, please place your votes for that. I'm really interested to see what you guys think of that one. The link to the straw poll will, of course, be in the description. And yeah, that about takes care of things. So let's go ahead and get into this. Sky Palace would probably be the best place to start, just to front load the difficulty, and of course Atlas would show up at spot 3, but joke's on him, I've got Wind Elemental stuff with me now. So we're going to just go ahead and front load the difficulty, get that knocked out. And then that should hopefully make the rest of this... Sweet, I avoided the spear to jump in the hole. Man, the decisions we make. Why are you not dead? There we go. We all know I have an affinity for avians. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. I can't go over there. Screw it, I'll get there with my own good time. I don't need to worry about it now. Alright, so what are we looking for? Well, definitely better critical hit channel, like that, right there. Hey, I just realized, I did not... You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna show off my Flame Empress Zeal title screen, and then we're gonna start over and hopefully do this with a little bit less suck. I can't believe I did that. It's been part of my routine forever, and then my brain just goes, yeah, just go, who cares? Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Well, actually, I kind of like this because now Atlas is in spot number 2. That would be the curse of the roguelite. Sometimes sometimes you just get into autopilot, you're like, yeah, go, 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 and then you realize that you've done something wrong. Yeah, fortunately this game doesn't keep track of win streaks, so I didn't just give up the streak just to make sure that I didn't make a stupid mistake. Unfortunately, it did waste about 3 minutes of you guys' time, so I apologize for that. I know free time is a precious commodity. That's useful, but I'd rather see if I can afford upgraded Arcana. The upgrades to Bouncing Bubble and Air Spinner are very valuable. Oh, really? And I'm sure one thing you've noticed by now is that our DPS is a little on the low side. Now I'm hoping that that'll be very different by the time we get to the end of the run. But yeah, right now everything I have is kind of low damage with high number of hits. When I designed this run, I designed it with high number of hits and control in mind, not necessarily damage. So right now fights are a little more involved than I would kinda like, but we'll make it worthwhile, don't worry. Remember, critical hit runs usually start off kinda weak and they become nuts by the end. It's like being a late game carry in League of Legends, not that I know anything about that. Like, really, I don't. I'm essentially just reiterating and regurgitating things that I've had other friends who do play League of Legends tell me. Actually, to be fair, I don't even know if he plays League of Legends anymore. The one thing I do know about League of Legends is that it has gotten nuts in recent years. Well, also it's got a very toxic community of people who are not very welcoming to beginners. So even if I were interested in playing, not with a bunch of people that are going to berate me for not being perfect right from the get-go. I know that's not a new thing, that's something that happens in a lot of communities, especially for really competitive games like Call of Duty, and yeah, unfortunately one of my favorite games, Smash, kind of falls victim to that because it is another very highly competitive game with quite a skill ceiling. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to do here, Iris. Like, this is garbage. This sucks. I might come back for Knockout Boulder, even though it's not exactly the greatest candidate for a critical hit build. But hey, it's a DPS improvement, and that's kind of what I need right now. I think I am also going to get the Electrifying Smock, but first I want to find the boss board. Oh hey, look what we found. This is a beautiful thing to spend some money on. That's another 10% critical hit damage and 6% critical hit chance, which is pretty big. So now what's more important, the Knockout Bolt or the Electrifying Smock? There you are. You can't hide from me. And there's Shattering Strike, and there's a thing I don't want. Glad we're all getting somewhere, give me that. And for some reason my brain always wants Knockout Boulder to be on right bumper, so screw it, putting it there. On to the next floor. So I posted a question on my Discord about the game Loop Hero, and I don't know if anyone really responded to it or if they're that interested, but it turns out the game does have multiple save files, which oddly is kind of a rarity nowadays. So I decided to check it out just because, hey, no harm. And if I don't like it all that much, hey, whatever, I can just kind of let that go. Turns out, I really, really like that game. Like, that's the thing, will you die? Like, the idea of it at the outset doesn't sound too interesting, because honestly, who these days has time for a freaking auto-battler? But, actually, upon trying it, it's a lot more involved than that. It's got aspects of a deck builder, it's got aspects of a strategy game. Like, there's way more to it than I had initially given it credit for. And I really am enjoying that game, and I'll grab that just for now. And again, it didn't sound like it was going to be my thing when I first picked it up. But not only is it a really good game, but hey, it's at least as of time of recording on sale for 15% off. So you're getting for $12, you're getting a game with a really interesting kind of idea that's really addictive and fun to play. And even though you don't directly control the character, you control basically everything outside of that, making you kind of like a weird kind of like pseudo dungeon master, like world builder kind of creator god sort of character. And you know, it's really interesting. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I may have posed the question as to whether or not you guys are interested, but I think I'm making an executive decision. I want to play it for the channel, and I really hope you guys enjoy it as much as I've been enjoying it. But that'll probably have to come after work tonight. I do work tonight, and I'll have time over the next couple of days to really get into it. So I'm seeing that Creeping Tendrils has a strong first hit. You guys know what you're doing? I mean, I guess 25 isn't an exceptionally strong first hit, but I mean, it's typically a stronger first hit than you usually see. I don't know, maybe I'll actually put a little bit of focus on Creeping Tendrils in the near future. Whack! Alright, I'm missing 2 shops. What is going on here? We've uncovered 91% of the map and have not seen the other 2 vendors. Like, what the actual fuck? By the way, for those of you wondering, yes, I did see the fairy, but she is unfortunately not the fairy I need right now. As much as I love Etra, the electricity is not what I need for the upcoming levels. Oh, but we do get Air Spinner. Very nice. Oh, that's right. I did see the other vendor. It was Taffy.
Taffy! Taffy, the animated pinata, who was around well before Fortnite became a thing.
Showing off my inner hipster there. Yeah, I knew about animated pinatas before they were cool, so Alright, I'm actually kind of digging Creeping Tendrils. And yeah, it doesn't have a lot of pointless. It doesn't have a lot of range, but it scores multiple hits, it scores them quickly, at least when upgraded, and it can basically just keep an enemy out of commission for a while. Oh my goodness. The downside, of course, is the incredibly short range. Like, there's close range spells and abilities, and then there's acid range. Now, I'm not sure if I've explained my definition of asshole range yet, but it was a term I came up with while I was playing Soul Calibur 2. I may have told this story to some of you before, but for those of you who either don't know or those of you who don't remember, when I was playing Soul Calibur 2, I was noticing that there's a number of different ranges that the characters work with, like Ivy's long range, Sophitia's mid-range, Cassandra is kind of close range, I don't know, Astaroth is whatever. Then there's Talum. I believe Talum goes somewhere even closer than short range, because all of her attacks take place essentially up your ass, which is what I call asshole range. Take that. And that's the range of creeping tendrils, is asshole range. But I mean, that having been said, if you can get into asshole range, you've got quite a controlling spell. Oh, except for somehow I used both. Somehow I used... Oh, it only has one charge. I thought it had more than one charge. Okay. That's my bad. I, for some reason, thought it had more than one charge. I guess I was comparing it to Water Prison. And to be fair, both spells do have very, very similar use cases. Owie! Alright, well, let's get you out of commission so I can focus on the others. I mean, I kinda like the idea of Volatile Gemstone, but not really. I don't really want my gold gain to be lowered. Oh, there's the Bouncing Bubble upgrade. We'll definitely get that when we have the money. Remember, in Wizard of Legend, it's worth it to just go break things. And I definitely like the idea of Roxel's Pendulum. Do I have any cursed relics? I do not. So that would be useful too. So there's a maybe case there. There's a maybe case to be made for the Curse Eater's Mask. Oh, I love it. It spreads like a virus. So you can just kind of hit with creeping tendrils and let it do its thing, and it just does it all on its own. I love it. It's very much the definition of fire and forget it. Of course, like I said, you have to fire it at asshole range. But I also have Bouncing Bubbles to help get into asshole range. So, I mean, it all evens out in the end, if you ask me. Just Water Arcana in general seem to be good for controlling space. I mean, Bouncing Bubble, Freezing Fan, and it's one of the things that Water Arcana do well. Yay! My aim is top-notch as usual. Yeah, you guys think you're so cool with your invincibility bubble. Actually, the boss chamber is this way. other thing I'm liking about the tendrils is that they do a good job of just holding enemies in a stun lock. It's a thing of beauty, man. It's a thing of both beauty and power in your hands. So, Dark Sage, where are you working now? Well, I prefer not to get too caught up on those details, mostly because if something happens and things. Basically, what I'm saying is, if worst comes to worst, I don't want people being able to track back to where I work, nor do I want my work being able to track back to my social media, and basically punish me for things that they have no business punishing me for should something like that arise. So what I'm saying is I'm going to keep it a surprise. I just don't necessarily like putting that information out there. Just suffice it to say I work. Like I think that's fair enough. I work. If that isn't good enough for some of you, then I don't know what to tell you, because that's one of those things that I'm not necessarily backing down on. I have my principles. It also just functions as a really effective just water punch. I guess in a respect it kind of reminds me of Gravity Onslaught, which... Have I really used that since I picked it up? I should use that again. It's really good for close-range critical hit builds. God damn your fucking shield. I guess that's a downside of creeping tendrils. If the initial hit actually kills the enemy, then the tendril doesn't latch onto anything else. Oh well. It's a shame there are no other cards like it, so I could do like a creepy tendril build. Or I could also be just missing some details. I mean, if you guys know of other tentacle spells that I could use, I mean, yeah, basically I'm turning myself into a Japanese hentai monster, but I mean, since when was there a problem with that? I mean, Japanese hentai monsters need love too. Yeah, but don't they usually take it? Well, that's not the same thing as love then, no, is it? And down here. I like razor petals. Like, I really like razor petals. Like, that, I think, would be more effective for the Wonder Twins than the Water Tentacle. It'd be good for keeping foes at range. But then again, maybe not. Just because it would do more damage overall doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. Like, it might just be better for me to save my money. Because one of the things I am thinking, I'm going to take this back to you and sell it, is that Razor Petals does have a blind spot. That having been said, I have trusted that. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. And if it turns out to not be as effective as I'm thinking, I'll just switch it back to Creeping Tendrils. No harm, no foul. We're also just about up to mystery box time. Owie. You see that? He just punched me. What a jerk. I mean, you were in his bubble. How's that for being in your bubble, you jerk? Ooh, I like the water dragons too. No, right now my eyes are bigger than my stomach. I need to calm down. Focus on what I've got. What, like gonorrhea? Shut up. By the way, no, that is a joke. Do not take that seriously. Alright, so it is mystery box time. 1 box, 5 relics. You guys have 5 guesses, and hopefully you get 2 of them right, because I'm interested in seeing what sort of torture you put me through, oddly enough. Maybe I'm a masochist. But anyway, dropping the mystery box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mystery box! Alright, well, okay, that's interesting. I guess we could have had the graduation outfit. But anyway, we've got graduation cap, pandemic pouch, prismatic wind chimes, alchemist stone, and Demi's teapot. A lot of these aren't helpful, but I have no relics, so I'm just going to pick them up. Hold on, do we have a soft synergy between alchemist stone and graduation cap? Nice! Really? A giant hurtling boulder of absolute death and destruction is stopped by a park bench? Hey. Hey, that wasn't me that time. Gotta admit, in that particular instance, the tendrils would have been better. At the same time, I kind of put myself into it, so let's just see what happens. Like I said, that's the one downside of this Arcana is that it does have quite a blind spot. Have I ever mentioned that I really dislike this room? Fortunately, it also has a really fast cooldown, so you can throw those out faster. Though, I think I'm actually getting more out of the creeping tendrils, oddly enough. Like, creeping tendrils would be... not creeping tendrils. The razor petals would be so much better if they didn't have that major blind spot. That's what I keep coming back to with the Razor Petals, that I love that Arcana, but that blind spot is so difficult to work with. Where the fuck did it come from? Wait, there were two groups of enemies that close together that they aggroed each other at the... Or they both aggroed at the same time? Bloody hell. I'm actually pretty annoyed by that. Like, maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. Like, where the hell did that even come from? Alright, you got anything good for me? Oh, you got that. That'll help out a lot, thanks to the synergies I have going on. Nothing else is really all that great. I might be back for a health potion, though. And by might, I mean I will, because I am going to get my ass kicked. That was worth a few extra coins. Can't fault a guy for trying to keep up with his finances, hence why I'm working 2 jobs. There we go. That wasn't so bad. I'm gonna take a risk. Let's just move forward. Oh, hello, found a vendor right away. I mean, she has nothing that I want, but, you know, found her. See you later, Iris. Alright, so again, a little bit of base damage is going a long way to improve my actual critical hits, which is real nice. There we go. And that's why I wanted to take the Dagger of Midas, because as long as I have this kind of soft synergy... Oh, thank you. As long as I have this soft synergy between the Graduation Cap and the Alchemist Stone, Dagger of Midas is going to be so much better for it. Oops, accidentally hit my other controller. Hello. I could have Wind Fairy. There's really no reason for me not to, either. Wait. Portal. Use your damn tools, boy. Good boy. Sweet, completely missed. Oh, what the heck? Alright, surprise, you're in a different fight now. I also don't like how Razor Petal's knockback works. Like, this is one of those moves that's really good against bosses, but not so much so against mobs. So I think with that in mind, I will hold on to it for later use. And here's the thing, as much as I like Razor Petal, I'm now coming to find that, look at that, it's good against mobs, and it'll work well against bosses thanks to the high stun value and the multiple hits. I think I like Creeping Tendrils better than I thought I did. But there's a lot of things that I started using since I started playing this game for the channel that I never thought I would really like all that much. Like Aqua Vortex. Why would I give that the time of day before I started doing the channel? Now, after so much time spent experimenting with different things, come to find, wow, some of these things that I ignored, I really like. Sometimes the best way to control isn't necessarily just by throwing things. Now, that having been said, I do think Razor Petals works much better against bosses who aren't as strongly affected by knockback. Complete miss. God damn it. Every time I try to hit that buzzsaw jerk. Oh, we're in trouble. Especially if I can't hit with any of my attacks, then we're really in trouble. There we go. I'm just going to keep building this up, because that's amazing. Look at that, 19.2% damage bonus. I love it. We'll get healing before and after the boss, whatever, it's not a big deal. By the way, one of you rightly pointed out that I haven't done Boss Rush for the channel yet, so that might be coming up very soon. I haven't tried it since it first came out, so there we go. So, as strange as this is, I'm actually going to have to downgrade Razor Petals. Though, really, that's just because it's not great against mobs, because it pushes them around too much and then pulls them out of... essentially pulls them out of range for its follow-up hits, which is just weird. It, like, combos against itself, which is really awkward. See, the other thing that this additional 20% damage is doing is it's helping me reach my... Hey, come over here. Thank you. It's helping me reach my signature faster. I went the wrong way. I got jebaited. Alright, so... Dagger of Midas has a maximum damage bonus of 20, but I mean, that's still a lot. Alright, do we have anything good here? Oh, we have Curse Eater's Mask. It's back for a return engagement. Okay, at this point I can drop you. Grab that. Nothing else here is really all that great, so let's just stick with what I have. But Dark Sage, the potion! I don't need the potion, trust me. I want to test something. Okay, cool, it does work on Sura. Now that having been said, I do think that the petals are going to be more effective. At least against Sura. Bam! I've mentioned before that I like Knockout Boulder. There's something very primal about it. Ow. I screwed up. He's really liking that attack this time around. And I'm dumb. There we go. Alright, not a bad mystery box all in all. We found some very interesting information. I've altered one of my opinions quite a bit, and that's honestly kind of rare for me. No, it's not. I'm always open to changing my mind. But hey, you guys were there to see it, so there you go. So again, thank you guys very much for watching. As per usual, links to both the straw poll for the next theme runs, as well as my social media are in the description of the video. I always appreciate you guys popping in to spend time with me, and look forward to more of this, more Mega Man and Loop Hero coming up in the very near future. The birds also wish to say hello. There they are. Riku, Cecil. Hey guys. Good birds. He's so fucking cute! Alright, that's it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you